What up, y'all? We back.
Did y'all miss us?
What's going on, everybody? This is Q&A. Welcome to Brother YouTube. This is our question and answer session. We just live to answer any questions that you may have, anything that you think from our show. Our show was talking about the birds and the bees, and we went a little bit more depth in it, just to talk with
just the regular.
You know how we do. So definitely wanted to get on here and answer some questions. So we're gonna wait. I know we about like 10 minutes late for y'all, but it's all good.
Hey,
get in here. What's going
on? Go to the bathroom. Blame it on me.
What's going on, everybody? So, any questions out there?
Come on, bring those questions. Bring those questions. We wait. We need those questions.
What we got out
Let's go.
So we had a pretty good conversation.
I got a question. I got a question. Is when you have someone special, how do you tell them or get into that conversation about sex?
Good question.
Is that a first date question, or is that a
first date question?
Is that a question for other days?
I wouldn't say it's a first date question unless you're, depending on your age and your maturity. How do you say to no to someone that's persistent? Yeah, I was gonna go into that. So so from this question on over to that question,
right?
It's like I said, depending on the age of the person, and and if you're on a dating site, that's what you're solely looking for. Sex is gonna automatically be, the first thing. That's because that's what you're trying to get into. But if you're literally courting somebody and you're literally trying to get to know somebody, that's why I said getting to know somebody.
Y'all kicking it really.
You will definitely try to, so to me, what I would do is, it's not going to be on the first date. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to get to know you first. So like I said, when you have sex with somebody, it's a transfer of energy. And if you can't vibe and have that energy, then why, you sleep. A lot of people think, if I sleep with them, it'll be better. That ain't always the case, everybody. So how do you say no to somebody who's been persistent? So if somebody is being overly persistent, that right there in itself, your body is your body.
That's right.
When you say no, no is no. You know what I'm saying? So if you meet somebody who is overly persistent, at that point, you should know something that, hey, that's all it's going to be about. To me, I think that's especially if you just meeting them and you know what I'm saying, off the bat, that's all they want to talk about. That's all they want to do. That's all they want. They're gonna get them draws, get them panties, or whatever you want to call it.
And go about their business and tell all their friends.
So say no when you feel like it is okay.
And if they start being too persistent where you're uncomfortable, that's a sign right there that you don't even need to deal with that person.
Absolutely.
And you need to tell that person to kick rocks. Especially if you're not at that level and you're not ready to have sex. I know, y'all say, well, I love him and I love her. But hey, look, you have to know your worth.
Absolutely.
Your worth.
And ladies, and it's also for guys as well.
Yes.
Be okay, because like I said, I've seen it on TV, seen it on social media, seen it on, where these guys overly persistent, and then they get mad because the girl told them down or a woman turned them down, and then they want to assault them or say things like that.
Or say something like that.
Or call them out of their names and stuff like that.
Or they didn't tell lies about it in the first place. Yeah, I had her. Right. She a freak and all that kind of stuff. And
that's gonna go back. That's gonna go back. I was asked, who raised you? You know what I'm saying? So raise your kids to be able to accept no. You know what I'm saying? Especially in that aspect of dealing with sex. The only way you're going to be able to change this culture is when the culture is starting to be changed at the house. You know what I'm saying? Within the home of the parents. Everybody don't have parents. Understand that. A lot of parents, you know what I'm saying, kids are in foster care or in the system.
Or they lost their parents.
So they are learning, you know what I'm saying, because they're in the system. So it's understandable. But if you can, you know what I'm saying, like myself, you know what I'm saying, and Bishop, what we try to do is start mentoring, you know what I'm saying? Start mentoring not only just your kids, but mentor these kids who don't have those father figures or those mother figures.
It takes a village, like you said earlier.
And talk to them about those type of things.
And
so they be available and willing to accept a no.
Yeah, I'm going to go this route. Look here. If he persistent and it's making you feel uncomfortable, just tell him you got an Uncle Bishop that got a big gun and he know how to hit his target. That's all. Give me a call.
Okay.
Call me.
So that's basically that answer to that question. If you so they say what do you think the appropriate age is for a young adult engaging in sex?
I don't. The age I think is appropriate for you to indulge in sex is when you're married and you understand all the things that go along with sex.
Hey.
And not just you're doing it out of peer pressure.
Right.
So me personally, and did I do that? No. I lost my virginity I'm not gonna say what age I lost it, but it was preteen when I lost my virginity.
Yeah.
But I'm serious. Try to wait. I know it's gonna be hard. Try to wait because, like I said, when you're giving that away to somebody, even men, you're giving your virginity away. It is a precious gift.
What if they already having sex? So if they already having sex, if you know what I'm saying, it's really nothing you can do because your child is gonna do what they want to do. Kids gonna do what they want to do, teens gonna do what they want to do. And it's kind of like a double negative because you're saying, okay, raise them and teach them right because you want to, you know what I'm saying, teach them that you want them to be able to learn from you than from the outside, right? So if they basically already, you know what I'm saying, having sex, the thing is just to be comfortable enough to have that conversation with them to make sure that they're being safe, that they're understanding. Hey, kids cost money. It ain't that easy. The 9 months that you got to carry.
They cost money when they still adults.
And
too,
then also, you know what I'm saying, not just for the lady, but also for the guys.
You know,
making sure that he's going to be able to handle that responsibility.
Yes. But the main thing is make sure if they already have, make sure they're protected.
Yeah.
Make sure, I can't stress that enough. Yeah. Make sure you are protecting yourself.
Yeah. Prevention is key. You know what I'm saying? Prevention is key. If you're going to have, just make sure the prevention piece is talked about because that's the only way you'll be able to, you know, do just like we wear seatbelts for cars, right? If we don't wear a seatbelt and we decide, you know what I'm saying, go out there driving, somebody hit us, we go flying out there because we had no seatbelt on.
Yep.
What you know what I'm saying, what's gonna happen? It's the same thing. Like if you don't wear these, you don't do the prevention piece, then which can stop everything from the child, the STIs, you know what I'm saying, all those type of things.
Everything will stop your life.
Then he's like, okay, because it will definitely change your life. You know what I'm saying? So have those hard conversations. What if I can't afford to purchase protection? Where would I get it?
Let me tell you that. I'm gonna tell you. You have so many free clinics that give out condoms. You have, excuse me, you go to any hospital and ask for free contraceptives. Now, and that's the real word if you want to be politically correct, because that's what my father told me to say because back then you had to go to the pharmacy to get them. And they went seriously, they went on the shelf back then. But you know, they got the clinics to go to. And talk to your parents. Talk to your parents. My mother gave me 12 dozen condoms one time because she worked at a college. Threw them on my bed.
As parents, as counselors, as you know what I'm saying, mentors, big brothers, big sisters.
Yes.
Have those hard conversations with just because you're talking about don't mean you want to engage in that.
You just want to be.
You know what I'm saying? You want to prevent them from going through something that you already know will lead them down the road, you know what I'm saying, of uncertainty, you know what I'm saying, because you don't know what's going to come about when you know what I'm saying, when it's time for you to have the kids. You don't know all the emotions, but the person that do know should be the one talking to them and telling them about it. And the people who do know is people who already have kids, people who or already raised kids, you know what I'm saying, is already an adult and know more, you know what I'm saying, more about the things. And it's just instilling those things in them, not to scare them, but to give them a sense of knowledge of what it is and what the circumstances can happen. Is always a cause and an effect. You know, there's always a consequence for everything you do. Every action that you do is going to be a good or bad consequence. And if we start thinking like that as people, we will realize that. And I say, I'm not going to say that I did it, you know what I'm saying, coming up as well. But
that's why we can speak on it now.
Exactly. And you will want the culture to be changed at some
because
point.
apparently protection working because he ain't got no kids. So apparently it's he's a walking billboard for
letting you know kids cost money and I'm selfish.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
How do we handle the peer pressure of it?
All right, the peer pressure piece, because that definitely comes into it. Don't let nobody peer pressure you into having sex. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely gonna get to the next question, but don't be so forced think that you have to do something to be popular in school. You know what I'm saying? This for kids, even for adults. Don't do it just because you feel like you got to be popular amongst your friends. When you become an adult, you know, sleep with so and so. You know what I'm saying? You can get this, and you can
probably help your friends. You get grown. They won't even mean nothing.
So definitely, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to peer pressure, know that your biggest peer pressure should be coming from your parents.
Now, this is a good question right here.
That you love and you care
This is a real good question. If your parents are strict, how would you instruct a young person that is already having sex or having the desire to be sexually active? What would you say the best course of action is for them? Hey, bro, I've seen some strict parents, and their kids can't talk to their parents because
they're scared to talk to them.
They're scared to talk to them.
But they feel like they're doing it.
I would tell that person, you have to find someone that you trust. So, like I said earlier, he has nieces and nephews. He don't have any kids, but his nieces and nephews know he can come talk to him, and then he in turn can talk to the parents. And sometimes, I'm not saying all the time it's going to work. Please don't get me wrong. This is just my opinion. It is not fact. But sometimes that may help for that parent to say, or that friend to say, hey man, you know,
the culture is.
I'm glad your daughter came and talked to me, but this is what she want to talk about.
My opinion, the culture is just gonna have to change when it comes to being strict. When it's coming to talking about sex, like I said, sex is not a taboo subject that you should be holding on to and trying to keep your kids safe. You're actually making it worse.
Yes.
You actually not
more
helping.
Curious.
Right. You're not
more curious.
You're not helping the situation when you can actually go out and stop using these strict things. Be strict about them getting their grades and getting them, you know what I'm saying, getting to school. When it comes to you know what I'm saying, things like this, certain, you know what I'm saying, certain subjects that your kids need to be knowledgeable about, that strictness needs to leave the room to make sure it's comfortable enough that your kids, because you're the parent. You're the person that they know and love, that they care about, and they're going to respect everything that you tell them.
You are the first teacher in your kid's life.
Absolutely.
You're supposed to be their role model, not Michael Jordan, not LeBron James.
Absolutely.
You're supposed to be that person that they look up to for that knowledge they're going to need throughout their life.
Absolutely.
And if they can't come to you and talk to you, then it's going to be a problem in your house, because you're going to always have a daughter or a son that's they're gonna resent you for the rest of their life.
Absolutely. And a lot of resentments end up coming from parents who are overly strict. You know what I'm saying? Overly strict in certain areas that they don't need to be strict in. You know,
I'm trying to keep you locked up in the house so you don't get pregnant.
And those end up being those be the wild kids right there.
You keep me locked up in the house as soon as you go to work.
If you never paid attention to it, you know, everybody always say the preacher kids are always the worst ones. The worst ones on the street, because they try to shelter them and try to cover them from everything. And then when they sit, they go buck wild. So that's
when they get to college, they go buck wild.
It's just that in general in life, whenever it won't even be the peer pressure. It'll just be the pure excitement of doing something that they've been restricted from being able to do. You know what I'm saying? And then once they get a taste of that, then it's like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, you kept me from all this and from all of this glory, you know what I'm saying? But instead of you sitting down and actually just keeping it real with the kids, you know what I'm saying? Because I have talked with a lot of people who was like that. And I wasn't. I'm a hood, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood, and we saw it all, you know what I'm saying? We saw it all in the streets, we saw it on TV, but at the same time, my mom talked to us. My dad talked to us. My grandparents talked to us about these things of why you shouldn't do it. And sometimes it was to the fact of scaring you. You have any kids? You bring some kids in my house? You're like, oh man, you know what? Shoot, definitely ain't gonna be bringing no kids up in the house. So you know what? Definitely gonna restrain from doing that, because I like my bedroom. I like being able, you know what I'm saying, to be at home and have home cooked meals. I know I ain't got no job to go out there and take care of no kids. So those type of things, you
gotta be conscious of.
You gotta be conscious.
Can I take this question, because I think I got something for this person.
Okay.
It says, in my family lineage, all the women have gotten pregnant, and I'm taking that they got pregnant at an early age, because it doesn't say when they got pregnant, and it's stated in my family, they don't want the same to happen to me. They, as my parents, are not bending. I feel stuck. Okay. That's when we start talking about those generational curses. And I'm a prime example of that. And I'm going to tell you this story, and this is how I dealt with something similar to that. I'm the youngest of 8. And I told my mother when I was maybe 16, 17, I said, my niece and nephews going to have kids before me. And she turned around and said, you're going to be just like your sisters and brothers. You're going to have a kid before you 18, 19, before you were an adult. Because all my brothers and sisters did. I was the only one that made it to adulthood before I had kids. But I made that conscious decision for that to happen. Don't ever feel stuck. Don't ever feel stuck. And don't limit yourself to what your family history is.
Right.
You can always change that history. Don't be the same statistic. Exactly. But it have to be you. That's not a burden. Don't let it be a burden that your parents, you feel stuck. No. Listen to what they're saying. Okay, I got that. Now, what you do is prove them wrong.
There you go.
Prove them wrong because that's something that you want to do.
And only you can do that.
Only you can do that.
So, you know what I'm saying? If everybody's saying this, I mean, because if my family dynamic was, because so-and-so is, you know what I'm saying, and your family so-and-so and everybody it is, and you know what I'm saying, your parents and this right here is doing drugs, you're going to be the same way. No, it's totally on what you see. If you see some things that is going wrong and you feel like that is, you know what I'm saying, that's wrong, you're seeing it, be that person to be able to step out the box and be that individual to be that change, to be that say, hey, you said I did this, but look where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Be that person.
I wouldn't like everybody.
And it is going to take you being around positive people that's, you know what I'm saying, that's feeding that to you and not feeding that negative, you know what I'm saying, thoughts to you. Because if you soak that those negative thoughts and those negative words of those negative people, you're going to fall into that trap. But if you yourself look outside the box and know that it's more, you know, I tell a lot of people, I saw more, you know, when, you know what I'm saying, growing up, I saw that it was more than the ghetto. I saw that it was more, you know what I'm saying, than my hood. I love my friends, you know what I'm saying, and all that. But I saw that I wanted more.
Yes.
So it's ultimately going to be on you. You know what I'm saying? Do you have see yourself doing that? And you know what I'm saying? Do you want to be? Do you want to fall into that? Especially if you're sinning. Especially if you're sin, you know what I'm saying? The person that, you know what I'm saying, you see your sisters pregnant, you see, you know what I'm saying, you see what they're going through, you see them struggling. Why would you want to put yourself through that? But
use that as an example.
Some people decide to make that decision to do that.
That's the education.
It's okay.
You have that education right there standing in front of you.
Yep. So you previously talked
about let you have this,
and I'm already the eyeball out, and I won't fit in. Everyone else is doing it.
Yeah. If everybody jumped off a bridge, you gonna do it? I mean, I'm being funny.
Words right out my mouth, but that's what I was about to say.
I mean, I know you want to fit in, and I know that
you fit into your own circle.
Let them fit into you.
There you go. You fit in. You wear your own shoes. You wear your own clothes. You fit your own personality. Your own quality of life is going to be based on you. You have to be that leader. You know what I'm saying?
Be a leader.
It's better to be in a room full of leaders than a room full of followers.
Because if you in a room full of followers, you will fall.
Because once you see that and you saying, oh, the person just meaning that you either going to follow or you either going to lead.
And they might need you to lead so they can stop doing what they're doing.
Exactly. And if they want to talk about it and call you names, because that's going to go into it, but I also made fun of bully. Who cares? Let them call you a name. As long as they don't put their hand on you, then you're going to have a problem. But let them call you a name. Names. This is what we used to say when I was in school. Because what y'all call bullying right now, we call joning and we call joking. And you either had a comeback or you didn't. So I understand it's a more sensitive. I don't even understand why it's a more sensitive, you know what I'm saying, era now when y'all got more stuff now. And back then we didn't have nothing. So that's probably what's wrong. Feelings. But the bullying piece, I'm going to tell you like this. We used to say this one little thing. God made, that's God made dirt don't hurt. Right. But it said words cannot touch you, cannot scratch you, cannot kill you.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words would never hurt me.
That's it.
Let them talk.
Let them talk.
Now, if they've been bullied and putting your hands on you, you protect yourself. I'm being honest. You protect yourself.
And we like to say it's power, you know what I'm saying, in the tongue, but it's like I said, if it's that demeaning to you, you know what I'm saying, it's ways that you can deal with that. You know, let it roll off tongue and tell them, hey, I'm rubber, you glue. It bounce off me and it stick on you.
Oh, but you know
so
what?
Everything you saying about me is definitely everything that you were saying about yourself.
And it's happening to you. But you know what I found out about bullies? This is what I found out about bullies. They're bullying because they want to be you.
They want to be you.
They envy you.
Yep.
They envy everything about you. So the only way to make them feel good about themselves is to mess with you.
To put you down.
Because and I went through that.
Yep.
Because I'm from the city, big city, St. Louis. Mm-hmm. But my father, I was raised like I was living country. We went hunting, we went fishing. And the guys in the neighborhood used to laugh at me when my father used to put the canoe on the top of his car and we used to go fishing, or we'll hang a deer from the backyard porch because we cut it and gutted it and stuff. And they used to talk about me. But then when I got older, know what they told me about class reunion? Man, sometimes we wish we could have went with you.
Yeah. And that's what it was. Said it's easier said than done.
Yes, it is.
It's very much easier said than done. But I'll tell you this right here. You have to be you, and you have to be you for you. Because you're the one that's going to grow up. You're the one that's going to be, you know what I'm saying, you came into this world alone unless you came with a twin. But even then, only one come out at a time.
Yep. So
you came into this world alone, and once it's time for you to die, you're going to die alone. So don't let nobody bully you enough to where you so down and you want to take your life, or you so down that you're so precious that you have to do something that you really don't want to do. Like I said, you are the master of your life, of your destiny, of everything you want to do. And pray about things. Let God direct you in that right. You're going to have things that's going to be on your shoulder. That conviction. All right. We like to call them conscience. It's going to be on your shoulder and tell you,
the devil,
I'm telling you,
an angel.
That ain't the way to go. It's going to be something in the back of your head. If it's ringing and it's telling you, don't do it, don't do it. Nobody else cannot force you to do anything. And if they do, it is definitely wrong. Press charges.
Right. Okay. Times have changed. The suicide rate is at an all-time high. My friends are depressed and are on drugs. You know what?
Sucks to be them. I was just playing.
And I told them
they ain't no good friends if you got doggone friends that, but the thing is, you be that light for them. You be that light for them. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that it's okay, sex and drugs and everything is, oh man, it's the way to go because that's what my friends do. Or that's the top thing right now. That's the trend right now. No, you be the light to show them something.
You have to be the leader because it's going to take a leader to bring someone else out.
And I'm sure
and I know suicide
plenty stars have been bullied. And you know what? It made them get out and go and do and want more. And now they're superstars. And now they're starring.
Hold on, wait. Prime example. Look at Oprah Winfrey. Yeah. She's a prime example of what we're talking about. Absolutely. She was talked about in school, being an ugly duckling and this, that, and the other. Now look at her, one of the wealthiest women in the world. Wealthy. I didn't say rich. I said there is a difference. She's wealthy.
And I'm sure all those bullies is sitting at home watching her show and wanting to work for her.
Why did I mess with her when I was growing up?
Absolutely.
But for as depression, if you I'm saying this not seriously because both of us in the military. We were advocates, and we did training on depression, suicide, and sexual assault. Both of us, that was our jobs in the military. I'm going to say this. If you know someone that has told you they was thinking about suicide, they're showing signs and symptoms of them committing suicide, please. And I feel like crying right now because this is how important it is to me.
Reach out.
Because when somebody's reaching out to you like that, you have to take it serious. Yes. You have to. I've had a soldier kill himself. I did not see one sign, and to this day it hurts me. I'm still good friends with his father and his mother, but to this day it hurt me. So if you see anybody that's telling you or you see them depressed, go talk to them. Let them know they're not alone.
Talk to them, intervene, and put them in the direction of help and getting them the help that they need. So definitely do those things. And like I said, and take it serious. You know what I'm saying? And even if it's not that serious, let them be the ones when they get the help or whatever, let them handle it. Let the people who are professionals.
But get them to those professionals.
But definitely get them to those people. So with that being said, we thank you for all the questions, everybody that's coming on. Yes. Great questions, you guys. And
yes, we appreciate it.
Y'all
had me up here. Hey, I'm telling you, y'all got me tearing up because
getting us in tune. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot.
You know
what I'm saying? That is a touchy subject, but feel free to be yourself, but also feel free to be able to talk to anyone, your parents, people that you trust, to talk about those things and those touchy subjects that everybody think is just so taboo. To talk about those subjects, to be able to know what you're doing and get the knowledge and know some things and get the knowledge. It's just all about gaining knowledge. You know, you learn something every day. You're going to learn and learn until you old and crusty, you know, so definitely get out there and be you, be a leader. Be
a leader.
Yeah,
education. Educate yourself.
And tell yourself you're going to be the next Oprah when they come and say and bully you and call you this and call you names and say you ain't this because you don't have sex. Let them know.
But you know what? I found out
I'll be that millionaire.
I found out this though. Most bullies are dumb. So you can say, I got a 3.0, I got a 4.0 grade point average, and that's going to shut them up instantly. I'm telling you, it's going to shut them up instantly.
So, yeah. And it's just, put it in your mind, they just want to be you.
They want to be you.
Love yourself, love people around you, and it'll be returned to you. That being said, brother to brother, I'm Kuntriboi.
And I'm the Bishop.
Thanks for joining us on our Q&A on YouTube. Follow us every Thursday. We'll be here to answer questions, and then we'll also be doing our show just, to talk about, just life and everything in general. So,
y'all had me tearing up here.
Be easy, everybody. Y'all bless.
Love you guys. Talk to you on the flip side.
Great show, man.
That was a good show.
Yeah, that's suicide thing.
That's a tough show.